We've got here true freshman place kicker, Jude Kelly. Jude obviously made the game-winning field goal in the fourth quarter, and we'll open it right up for questions for Jude. If I could ask everybody, the way our setup is remotely, it's a little bit different than what we do at home. And because of that, I cannot lower hands. So if you could please, after you have a question, go ahead and lower your hand on Zoom. And that way I'll know who still has a first question, and then we'll open it up for any second questions if we have time. So we'll go ahead and start right now with Ken Segura from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution for Jude Kelly.
Hey, Jude. Congratulations on making a huge kick there. I just want you to kind of talk me through maybe from when you first knew you were going to kick. I guess it was earlier this week to, kind of walk us through the game of obviously a tough start, but you made it when you needed to.
Yeah, no. So coaches made the decision about a week ago. So they gave us a little bit of time to mentally prepare. Leading into this week, it was just, it's been about 7 months since I last played a football game. So it was going back to our old routine, trying to get a feel for things. Obviously the game didn't start the way that I would have wanted. Obviously, couple errors, but I was really proud of the way that the team, as well as myself, fought through it and came up big when we needed to.
Any other questions for Jude? Okay, looks like we have another question from Ken Segura from the AJC.
All right. Well, Jude, I guess you could go a little more specific, just kind of what happened with the first few kicks, and then how did you feel going into that last one, and how did that one feel when it went through?
Yeah, no. So, for last couple of days and warm-ups, I was hitting the ball really well. Didn't have any concerns about anything with my ability. Not too sure. I haven't got to see anything, but obviously a couple kicks got blocked. That's probably the biggest mental battle I've had to deal with. Because in that period, you're sitting there, you're questioning yourself, right? You're like, I just let some people down, I let myself down. But all you can do in that situation is stick to your guns and make sure you bounce back when it's needed. And thankfully it was, and I was able to make one.
Jude, we had a question texted to us from Kelly Quinlan from Rivals. And his question was, what did any of the coaches or your teammates say to you before the game-winning attempt, if anything?
Yeah, that was easily the best part of everything. I don't want to say surprised, but the encouragement and support everybody gave me, definitely helped. I didn't have one person come up to me and point blame. Everything was encouraging. Get the next one, head up. We got faith in you, and thankfully I provided.
Specifically to that last kick, did anybody say anything to you on the sideline?
Yeah, no, we had a group of people that were heckling for a good bit. I have no idea what they said. A couple of people gave me some things, but they were definitely trying to get in my head. But yeah, like I said, it was a mental battle, and I stuck through it. So very proud of the way we held it off.
Okay, it looks like we have one last question from Ken Segura from the AJC.
Hey, Jude. So before that last kick, kind of what was going through your mind, and how were you feeling before you took it?
Yeah, I was a little ticked off, right? After a couple blocks, that'll do it to you. But like I said, I was kicking the ball great all week pregame. At no point did I have any doubts in what I do. So that made it a lot easier. Just like every other kick, it was go out there and go through your process.
Okay, outstanding. Doesn't look like we have any more questions for Jude. So Jude, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We'll get our next player up here shortly. Okay, everybody, up next, defensive end Curtis Ryans. Curtis with his first 2 career sacks tonight, including the second one. which was a strip sack that forced the fumble that set up the game-winning field goal. Excuse me. So we'll go ahead and open it up for questions for Curtis, beginning with Rod McKenzie from 247 Sports.
Hey, Curtis, congratulations on your game tonight.
Thank you.
I was wondering, what do you feel you've done the most to improve your game from last year? And maybe you can walk us through those last two plays with the sacks.
Yes, sir. Well, definitely getting to the quarterback because we didn't do enough of that last year. And, just critiquing my pass rush and staying tight, being even with the rush so sacks can happen. Oh, okay.
Okay, our next question is from Daniel Shirley from The Athletic.
Hey, Curtis, what was the difference for the defense after the first couple of series where they scored early, but you guys really controlled the game after that?
Yeah. Well, it started, we had to bring our own juice. I felt like when we went out there, we was dragging a little bit, but we still stopped them a little bit. But we could have played harder. So I got my boys, we all came together and we started balling.
If you have a question for Curtis Ryans, please raise your hand using the raise hand function in Zoom. We have a question by text from Kelly Quinlan from Rivals. Kelly asks about stepping up today in light of a couple of defensive linemen being out.
Well, I'm just praying for my boys. They're doing their thing. It just felt like a normal game to me. We was a few short in rotation, but we had some young guys behind us and, encouraging us to play hard, play fast. So I'm just praying for my boys to come back. I miss them.
Next question is from Ken Segura from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Hey, Mike. Curtis, I was reading that thing. The strip sack, just describe kind of your move and how it got set up and just how it felt to make that kind of play.
Well, the whole game when I was rushing, Marco Coleman kept saying I was looking at the quarterback the whole time, looking in the backfield. So I finally looked at my keys and looked at the tackle's hands, and I did a simple cross chop, just sprinted to the quarterback. And seen the ball, and I said, I want the ball before the sack. Just got the ball.
How did that feel to make that play in that moment?
At first, I was like, no, I just didn't. But then when I stood up, and I was like, yeah, I did. It felt good, though. It felt good.
Daniel Shirley, do you have another question?
Yes, I do. Curtis, what do you think this win does for this program? I mean, the season opener, I know you guys had a tough year last year, but to win this game on the road the way you did, what does it say for this team?
Well, it looks good for us because, we started off strong, but we always can get better no matter what, a win or a loss. So we're probably going to sweep it under the rug Monday and act like it never happened and go back 0-0 and ready for next week.
Okay, it looks like we don't have any more questions in queue for Curtis. So we'll let Curtis go and we'll bring up Jeff Sims shortly.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and open it right up for questions for freshman quarterback Jeff Sims. And our first question comes from Rod McKenzie from 247 Sports.
Hey, Jeff, it seemed like the first series out there, the offensive line gave you a lot of time to sit back there. How much did that help you to get into the flow of the game?
It helped me a lot. Before the game, during the week, they told me that they would have my back the whole time, the whole season, and they just went out there and showed it. And I'm proud of them. I love them, and I'm just glad we got the dub.
Please remember that if you have a question for Jeff, please use the raise hand function within Zoom. And we'll call on people individually. And the next question is from Daniel Shirley from The Athletic.
Hey, Jeff, I know you've only been with the program for a short time, but what do you think this win means for this team going forward?
It's definitely a big win, first game of the season in Tallahassee away. So I'm just glad we got the win, and we continue to work, we continue to get better, and yeah, basically.
Next question comes from Patrick Canoro from the Dahlonega Nugget.
Hi, Jeff. Congratulations. That was a great win. What did you do to keep your team focused at halftime, Jeff? It was a tough first half, very productive, but a couple miscues and no points on the board. What did you do at halftime to keep them focused?
Yeah, first half we made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes, and we were driving the ball good, but just couldn't finish. So at halftime, we just locked in, talked about it, and just told ourselves that we got to cut out the silly mistakes and just go out there and execute.
Question from Ken Segura from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Hey, Jeff. Out there, you looked very calm, poised, not like a freshman starting his first college football game. And I'm curious, is that how you felt, or what was going on inside?
I was just playing off the glory of God. I feel like him being with me helped me throughout the game, and just put my trust in him, and that helped me stay calm and not get too frantic. Man, yeah, you know.
Have a question via text from Kelly Quinlan from Rivals. Kelly asked you, Jeff, what were your emotions like going into the game?
I was definitely excited. Yeah, I was excited, ready to play and get my first college start. I really wanted to win this game, and I'm glad we came out on top. And yeah.
We have another question in the queue from Daniel Shirley from The Athletic.
Jeff, what do you learn from the mistakes, the two early interceptions, and what do you just take from this game as a quarterback to learn for next week and then beyond that?
I would say not trying to force big plays, live to see another down. I definitely tried to go out there and force some things, but I fixed it and just told myself, just live to see another down, and I don't have to be a superhero. I tend to do that sometimes. I tend to try to put everything on me and put too much pressure on myself, but I told myself just to take some of that pressure off and not try to force things.
Another question from Ken Segura from the AJC.
Hey, I was hoping you could describe two plays, two passes you made. One was to Marquez on the sideline. It looked like you stepped up and saw him and got it just over 11. And then the second was a touchdown to Malachi. Just, what happened on those plays? How did you see them unfold?
On the one to Marquez, I was supposed to hit the seam to AB, but I felt edge pressure, so I stepped up. I was about to run it. Then I seen Quez convert down the sideline. So I seen him and I threw it. And then the one to Malachi, we had a 4 verts call, and I seen press man on him. So I just got the ball, catch, rock, and throw.
Okay, it looks like that's the last question that we have in queue for Jeff. So Jeff, thank you. And media, thank you.